Hey, hey, Soul Tribe. Mel, Intuitive Coach here. Excited to bring in your weekly collective reading for the week of Monday, November 10th through Sunday, November 16th. How is everyone feeling? Now, we are still moving through the afterglow of that full moon in the sign of Taurus, which may have stirred up a lot of energies or emotions around your stability, right? Your health, your career, your finances, your home, perhaps new wellness practices or exercise routines. You're thinking about your life in maybe a bigger perspective or new perspective, if you will. And we're also going through a retrograde, right? Mercury retrograde. So this is your reminder, Soul Tribe, to slow down, right? To go within. I don't know about you guys, but I have been in a deeply reflective period where I've been thinking about my choices and thinking about life. I mean, this could partially be due to a life writing class that I am taking at this time, which has you reflecting, but it's not a coincidence that this class is over this period. So you may be finding yourself wondering what else, right? What else is out there? How can I expand my consciousness? How can I expand my energy here to step outside of a comfort zone, to shake up my routine in some way? That's what you may be reevaluating. Any area of your life where you're not feeling satisfied or you may be feeling a bit discontent, you may be also looking at how far you've come because you've accomplished so much in your life. And we don't often give ourselves enough credit for what we have overcome. You are here today standing in a place where you have overcame 100% of the challenges and struggles that you've gone through. That is big. Now we have action at the bottom of the deck. So this is an energy here of momentum. You may even have a burst of momentum showing up on that powerful 1111 portal, which is on Tuesday. 11/11 is one of my favorite days of the year because it is the portal where your manifestations really can take shape here, even though we are in the midst of a retrograde. And I'll talk about that portal here in just a moment. But it's important that you know you're not stuck, that you have options. And I think that's why action is coming through. I'm getting a Seven of Cups vibe where right now you may be reflecting on what you want to move forward in your life, what you want to take action towards. If you want to achieve better health for yourself, what choices can you make today that can help you bring in more vitality? Perhaps you're wanting to start a new exercise regime. Maybe you are wanting to go to the gym more or get out in nature. Perhaps your wellness routine has to do with meditation or allowing yourself to take a step back from responsibility and just take a little bit of you time to sit in silence. Maybe it's reading a good book for an hour a day. Whatever this is, it doesn't have to be, physical action of I have to push through, but it feels like strength coming through kindness and compassion and self-love as well. So let's move into Monday, November 10th. We have adventure. This is a beautiful day for excitement, right? Exciting times here, new opportunities, spiritual quest, world travel, and even excursions. So when adventure comes up, it feels like you are spreading your wings and you're saying to yourself, what can I do where I can grow, where I can spread my wings and soar? Because some of you may have felt like your wings were clipped. And this day is liberating. That's the word I'm getting for you. Monday is a day of liberation. Now we'll be in the second day of retrograde, and we are retrograding in the sign of Sagittarius, which is all about travel. It's the gypsy soul. So where have you felt limited in your life? And for many of you, if this is connected to your career, It wouldn't be surprising if you come up with a lot of new ideas, if you're reflecting today and really brainstorming and bringing some of these new ideas into reality here. But it starts with you writing them down. It starts with you perhaps brainstorming and sharing these ideas, connecting and collaborating with others. But I see that you may also want to travel. You may travel with family, or maybe you're going on a business trip. This may be something you're thinking about in your future, where you want to live, where you want to retire. Some of you may even be visiting family over the holiday season or over the coming months. And this is a seed that has been planted in your mind, but it has the potential to really grow and blossom into tangible results here. Meaning not only are these thoughts and ideas that are floating out there in the ether, but you have the ability to ground them into reality. So take this as the world card here, where many of you are about to begin a new journey, but there may be a closing out of an old cycle here. The world is your oyster, and the world energy is also connected to victory, right? And freedom and travel. So if your gratification has been delayed in some way, this retrograde energy and even full moon kind of colliding together is saying, this is it, right? This is my time to shine. This is my time to really take what I need to do and run with it. So Monday, expansive, expanding consciousness, expanding ideas. Now, Tuesday, we have the 1111 portal. So again, I always create vision boards on 1111. I do about 2, maybe 3 a year, depending on what is going on in my life. But I love to use this day as really taking a look at my deeper truths, maybe a little bucket list energy here, because it is a day of deep alignment and remembrance. Okay, this powerful date marks the manifestation portal, but also Veterans Day. So this is a sacred gateway that amplifies our intentions. The fact that you have hobby here is about you taking a look at what brings you joy. What brings you joy? What are you interested in? What creative projects or hobbies have you maybe given up on for whatever reason? Because again, you are being asked to reflect. Reflect in your life. Are you giving your thoughts, your attention, and your energy, soul tribe, to things that are draining you or things that are uplifting you? Now, this is my 8 of Pentacles energy, where it can even be mastering your craft. So if you have always wanted to take that class, maybe it's a dance class, maybe you've wanted to sign up at Harvard or Stanford and take a class online, right? Perhaps you wanted to put yourself out there and try a new form of dating. Whatever it is that you've been wanting to do, put that here not only on your vision board, but believe in that in your soul. If it resonates on a deeper soul level, it is part of your calling. Because the energy of 1111 acts like a mirror, reflecting back to you where you are at in your journey and what you are ready to call in next. So this Tuesday, regardless of if you're working or if you are taking care of your children, if you have them, or whatever is going on in your life, I want you to take a quiet moment to light a candle if you can, set your intentions, write in your journal, create that vision board, and focus on what you truly wish to manifest from a place of heart and soul alignment. Because we are always manifesting, right? Always, but we don't always realize that we're manifesting from a place of fear. We can manifest from a place of conditioning, manifest from a place of limitation. So when this portal opens up, it really has you going to the depths of your soul, and the universe is supporting your next step. So trust the timing. Allow yourself to dream big. And as I've mentioned here, it is also Veterans Day, and being connected to the military myself. I am an ex-military wife. I hold a strong pull towards veterans. So whether you are or have served I want you to take this moment to just kind of maybe bow your heads because there's been so much dedication, courage, and sacrifice. So the spirit of this day reminds us of strength, reminds us of service and unity. So powerful energy here on 11/11. This is awakening us to oneness. And even though that Veterans Day calls us to remember and give gratitude, it also is creating a bridge between the spiritual and the physical. So powerful day of remembrance, but a powerful day of manifestation. So focus on what it is that you want to bring in and practice gratitude. If you haven't already, start a journal or start some sort of exercise where you are not taking anything for granted. And I would love to hear. Put it in the comment section below. I will enter you in the free reading giveaway. Drop 3 things in the comment section that you are grateful for or that you are wanting to manifest at this time. Maybe you want to manifest love. Perhaps you are wanting to manifest better health. Maybe you want to manifest a new job opportunity, because as you set that intention, your beliefs start to align with it. You start to take action to becoming that version of yourself. Powerful energy here. Now, Wednesday, November 12th, we have Detox. So as I've mentioned, we're still feeling the effects of that full moon, and Taurus energy can also be connected to our body, our health, our stability, especially if you have suffered gut health or gut issues. Some of you may be going on a good liver cleanse, maybe a parasite cleanse. You could be juicing or staying more hydrated. I am getting hydration here. But one thing I know, this Wednesday, you are looking at withdrawing from negative energies or unhealthy vibrations that feel like they've been pulling you back in. Now, this could even be toxic thought patterns of judgment, criticism, not being good enough. And some of you, I'm getting body talk here. So how you speak to yourself or how you view your own body. This is something you are being asked to reevaluate this Wednesday. And when it comes to your career, for those of you that are working on Wednesday, it is important to not get sucked in or pulled into some sort of drama that may be happening at the workspace, or if someone else's personal drama is being called to attention here. It is important to set a good boundary so you don't feel like you are exhausted taking on their stuff. Even if it is listening to someone complain about what's going on in their life, it is important for you to draw a line in the sand here where I always say, not my monkeys, not my circus. It's important that you show up when you need to, right? Especially if you are a caregiver, if you are a healer, a nurturer, a parent, we have those responsibilities, but make sure that you are setting some time out for you as well to kind of disconnect and rein in your own energies. So some of you may be called to work in the health industry, medical industry. I'm getting wellness as well, working with perhaps plant medicine, working with Mother Nature in some way. And if you are wanting to take a class, this class could actually help you reset your nervous system. Perhaps this is a class on healing, or it could be a class on psychology or wellness. So if you've been wanting to take that class here, I feel like this could be very beneficial. All right, cleanse, diet, and healthy body, healthy mind. Now this Thursday, show me the money, right? I just seen the visual of Tom Cruise sliding in on his socks. Show me the money. So it feels like your focus is on your finances, your career this Thursday. It feels like there's a win. Feels like there's a milestone here coming in, or you may even be looking at where your funds are going, how much is coming in, what's going out. You may even be paying off some sort of a bill, or there could be something that comes through this week that is much needed. Like finally something moves forward here, or if it's been on lockdown, or if you haven't had access to a certain fund, or if you've been wanting to communicate with a leader, with a boss, or perhaps with someone in your financial department even. This could be like a loan. This could be an officer of like financial support in some way. Maybe it's a real estate broker. Feels like some form of professional guidance or even hierarchy might be coming through for you as well. But this is a beautiful energy of new income for those of you that are wanting to develop a new income source, or you're wanting to open a new opportunity to perhaps look elsewhere or move towards a new company, a new organization, or to branch off and expand your own business. You also have payout coming in. And I just mentioned that there could be like forward momentum to something that was stuck or something that was taking its time. And I'm getting Hanged Man energy here as well. But I am getting also Four of Wands in my mind's eye. So it does feel like there's a celebratory energy around stability after a period of patience or waiting for maybe some news or waiting from an external force to kind of come in and help you with this in some way. Now we have Friday, November 14th, timing here. I'm getting Temperance energy for you. So it feels like patience is paying off. All right. Patience is paying off this Friday. You have gone through a bit of a waiting period. I mean, talking about retrograde energy as well. Yes, it's about reflecting, but it doesn't mean that everything is on pause or on hold during retrograde. It is still an important time to plan, which I see here in the card, but it's also an energy of results and patience here. So this is a great day to look at your schedule. Some of you are maybe scheduling weekend plans, or you could be scheduling some important date on the calendar. This could be for your business. It could be on the calendar for your health. Maybe you are scheduling a date to go in and talk to your healthcare provider about something going on. If you have had any sort of surgery, or again, if it goes back to finances here, it's like you're getting something on the calendar, or this could even be a day that you've been waiting for. Okay. It could be an important interview, or perhaps you're talking to that professional here. So Friday, there's momentum, but there's also results, and there's planning. Again, it's the Temperance energy coming in, saying there is something that is asking for a level of self-control, a level of balance, and allowing yourself to be gentle, to be kind with you, because you are in the midst of creating a lifestyle that feels balanced for the body, right? Balance for your mind, your spirit, but also financially for some of you, financially and health-wise. Basically, you want to create a life that feels more aligned with your heart's desire, brings in more joy, more community, more purpose. And that's what I see unfolding for you on Friday. It's like you're really reflecting and saying, okay, things are starting to shift for the better. It's like you're trusting here, trusting that you are co-creating a life with your biggest manifesting partner, spirit, in order to move forward here in ways that really align with your mission. Now, what is mission? What is purpose, right? It's you making the choices that feel like they resonate with you, saying, I want to do this because A, B, or C, right? I want to do this because it aligns with my heart. It aligns with my purpose because it brings me joy. It fulfills me. It allows me to expand my energy. And if you have held yourself back in any way, or if you have felt held back, this is a month where the cracks in the foundation are getting shaken up for you in some way, because you are starting to see things from a different perspective. Now on Saturday, November 15th, we have flexibility. There's the shakeup here. There's the divine detour. Now I am getting a bit of Wheel of Fortune and Tower coming in together. So this tells me that you are full of new ideas. You are ready to expand. You're ready to go with the flow and not take life so seriously. For those of you that have felt like things have been very, very serious lately, if you have felt like you haven't been happy, like when was the last time you truly laughed? When was the last time you felt joy? This is what is happening in your life. What is happening is You're addressing the cracks so you can be more flexible with your life. I'm getting also here a message of simplicity, like eating maybe more simple, or getting back to feeling like things were simple between you and another instead of whatever chaos, whatever disappointments have entangled the energies. It feels like you've been peeling away those tangles bit by bit, kind of like a comb. If you've ever combed your hair and it's been all full of knots, it takes time and patience and dedication. Otherwise, if we rip through it, we lose half of our hair. And I see here that some of you had to be very patient with yourself, very patient with the timing of things unfolding for you. And this Saturday here is expansion. So you could be connecting with family. You could be getting outside. Maybe you are planning on how to take your career or your business to the next level. You may be, again, taking one of those classes or learning about something this Saturday that you've been wanting to learn about. So going with the flow. And if you do have precise plans on Saturday, let's say you have to be somewhere at 10 a.m., make sure that you give yourself some wiggle room instead of feeling crunched for time. Otherwise, it could be like a dominoes effect. You're late for this and then it's causing stress and then, it just kind of ripples out into the day. So try to give yourself ample time to maybe leave your home early or to get up a little bit earlier, whatever you need to do so that domino doesn't fall in the direction that feels more suffocating than it does freeing. And lastly, on Sunday, November 16th, is someone cleaning their home? I'm talking deep cleaning. Maybe you are going through your refrigerator, tossing out all of the old condiments or all of the expired foods. It could even be your spice cabinet. I'm getting someone here that may be going through a deep cleaning. And that could also be symbolic for really deep cleaning and decluttering some of the entanglements that have been going on in your own mind. And they may have been showing up in your outer world. So that's why belief system is here this Sunday. This is about what you pay homage to, right? It's about where your commitments lie and prayers. This is the 7th day, right? It's the day of rest, but it's also a day for you to reconnect and say, all right, it's been a busy week. There's been a lot happening this week. I have been reflecting and I've been taking a look at some of the deeper aspects that have you going on a deeper level, right? Thank you, Scorpio. So you are reevaluating and maybe even doing some writing yourself. Maybe you're doing some journaling or reading scripture. Maybe you're reading a book that empowers you. It could also be spending some time in nature or meditating here, listening to some music, maybe doing some baking or some cooking or again, cleaning around your home. Whatever you're doing today, it feels like this is honoring your belief system and also your nervous system. All right, it's nervous system regulation. This may be a topic because I am getting education here or classes coming in for some of you with that hobby card. So perhaps you are learning more about like the polyvagal theory, or you're learning more about how your thoughts contribute to your reality. Perhaps these are somatic tools such as breath work or trauma response exercises or, anything that can help you reset in a way or calm your nervous system after some form of trauma, whether this trauma has been a part of your childhood or part of an experience that you've endured. Remember, we have big T's and little T's. All of the trauma, though, matters when it comes to our nervous system. And our nervous system reacts in such ways that it was conditioned to believe. And this is something you are really working on this Sunday. I'm also hearing drums. Okay, so some of you, this could be like shamanic drumming, maybe singing bowls, frequencies, sound waves, sound healings. Your ear chakras could be highly sensitive this day where you may be picking up on sounds that are very far away, but they're very close to you. Or it could even be that you are receiving messages through music or through songs, or you may be guided to really open up your crown chakra, because a lot of you, well, all of you are highly intuitive individuals, and you are receiving information from the divine, from your higher self. So it does feel like this day on Sunday, there may be a new idea, an aha moment. This could be a breakthrough, or it could even be a day of release. Perhaps this is a day where you cry, right? Maybe you're crying and you're turning this pain, you're alchemizing some sort of pain into opening yourself up to release, right? You got to feel it to heal it, to release it. So allow your body to do its thing. Honor your body. Alchemize those energies that are wanting to kind of shift through at this time, because your belief system is being reevaluated here. That is what I have for you, Soul Tribe. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you enjoyed the session, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to drop your gratitude in the comment section, or 3 things that you would like to manifest. Perhaps you want to manifest this yet by the end of the year. Maybe these are things that you are leaning into as we move into 2026 that you would like to incorporate more of in your life. And maybe this is a class or a curiosity that you are embracing from not only an intellectual point of view, but intuitive as well. And you're combining that energy and you want to explore it more. Drop it in the comment section below. Thank you so much for being here, Soul Tribe. Lots of love.